Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Senator Mitch McConnell wraps up his tour of eastern Kentucky flood damage, and officials in one county in our region begin to see signs their community is on the mend.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. It's almost 5 o'clock on this Thursday morning. I'm Dakota Makris, and boy, I do not feel put together this morning. I feel like I just ran in here and just started the news. Let's take it over to meteorologist Cameron Aaron. Cameron, good morning to you. And for the first time in weeks, we are not in a severe weather alert day.
Yeah, it's the first time in more than 2 weeks now. This morning, 2 weeks ago, we had that deadly flash flooding across the mountains. Thankfully, the weather is much calmer this morning, but we are still watching out for a few showers out there. Here is a live look right now over in Whitesburg. Current temperature is sitting at 68 degrees. That dew point also at 68, so very muggy as you step out the door this morning. Temperatures for most of us in the lower 70s, 72 in Somerset, 70 for Jackson and London, and 68 over in Pikeville. We are also dealing with a few areas of patchy fog, less than 2 miles in Jackson, less than 2 miles also in Jonesville, sitting at 3 miles over in Moorhead, so be sure to give yourself plenty of time this morning as you are out and about. And we're also watching a few showers, especially north of the Mountain Parkway over portions of Menifee and Morgan counties this morning, so be sure to, like I said, give yourself plenty of time just in case. We are watching out for a few more showers as this cold front continues to move through, but good news, once this front passes later on today, we are looking at absolutely gorgeous weather by Friday and the weekend. I have that full forecast coming up in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Cameron, thank you. Well, today marks 2 weeks since people in eastern Kentucky woke up to devastation caused by historic and deadly flash flooding. Recovery and relief efforts continue. 38 Kentuckians have been lost to the floods. That number now includes the Knott County athlete that died after getting sick while helping clean up. 2 women are still missing over in Breathitt County. Nearly 200 people remain in emergency shelters. 315 people who lost their homes are being housed at state parks. The state also has 77 travel trailers in the region. Senator Mitch McConnell wrapped up his tour of eastern Kentucky yesterday. He visited the Lost Creek area of Breathitt County, an area hit hard by floodwaters. Homes were washed off of their foundations there. We talked with Judge Executive Jeff Noble. He says the county is making progress, but it could use some help.
The biggest thing right now is volunteers to come in and help these people clean their house out. That's the biggest thing before right now. I've got 2 pages of home says if we can get somebody here, we need help doing this.
The Judge Executive says the county started the Breathitt County Flood Relief 2020 Fund. If you would like to make a donation, you can call the courthouse. Your donation can also go to a specific area of the county as well. Governor Andy Beshear was in Letcher County yesterday where he visited the Neon community and spent some time discussing how state government plans to help get people back on their feet. One thing he specifically mentioned was working to ensure more Kentuckians were approved for individual assistance through FEMA.
I'm making it my mission to push and push and push, especially on the FEMA side. The people that have been through this need to qualify for that individual assistance, and we need more acceptances. We're seeing way too many denials.
Now, the governor says his job is not to be on Team Red or Team Blue, but Team Kentucky, and he is going to be pushing the federal government to do better each day. Several Letcher County communities are still without water, but now one fire department is offering a sustainable solution. The May King Fire Department partnered with Louisville-based company WaterStep to receive a water purification system at its station. The silo holds 5,000 gallons of water that people will be able to stop by and pick up in the upcoming days.
Right now, some places in the May King community and outside of May King in Letcher County is going to be up to 2 to 3 weeks, they're saying, on water. And even when it does come back, it's probably going to have some board water advisories and stuff like that. So this will give somebody some water to drink, cook with, and that kind of stuff.
Fire officials say the system can also transform water into bleach. Samples have been taken by the health department to see if the water is drinkable yet, but once that is cleared, people can stop by the department from 10 to 6 to pick some up. Well, there is progress in some parts of eastern Kentucky hit hard by flooding. Officials in Clay County say they can see signs that some may be ready to rebuild soon. Clay County lost dozens of homes and 2 people were killed in the flooding. Our Phil Pendleton talked with the people in the Oneida community about that progress.
It is a busy time inside many homes in the Bullskin community of Clay County.
I'm humbled by the amount of work that's happened here in the last 2 weeks.
Despite front yards turning into junk piles and the insides of houses being gutted, officials here can see a lot of progress.
So we're getting real close to being able to start building back, to being able to start repairing.
David Watson said 10 homes are not habitable and the flooding destroyed 50 or 60 others. But after the waters went down, volunteers flooded the area, cooking, clearing out, or just being available.
Extraordinary, volunteering and bringing not just their hands, but their homes and their equipment, and even their sons and daughters to come in and help.
Sometimes you have to take advantage and be appreciative of the little things. This house, despite being mostly flooded and everything inside destroyed, carried outside and ruined and in need of replacement. The owner still able to use her washer and dryer and do laundry. Trying to save what they can and keep normal anything they can until these houses once again become homes.
We'll repair that drywall. We'll help repair that roof. And we'll have teams from all over the United States pouring in here to do mission work.
Clay County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Several roads, including Highway 11, are down to 1 lane while crews stabilize areas that were washed out. FEMA announced 2 new disaster recovery centers yesterday. The new centers are in Breathitt and Letcher counties. In Breathitt County, the center will be located at the Breathitt County Library, and in Letcher County, it's at the Letcher County Recreation Center. Other disaster recovery centers include Hazard Community and Technical College in Perry County, the Sportsplex in Knott County, and Oneida Elementary School in Clay County. All centers are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Sunday. Survivors in the counties impacted by flooding can also go to any center to get help with applications for federal assistance. Well, thank you so much for getting your Thursday morning started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we come back, researchers warn about the dangers of health hazards possibly caused by our own environment. That's just ahead this morning.
And a cold front will bring more showers to the mountains later on today. I have those details coming up.